This is Beach Talk Radio.
Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. America, and all ships at sea. This is your captain speaking, Mean Gene. Mean Gene. The following will be a test of the ship's whistle, the sonar alarm, the cable alarm, and the atomic attack alarm.
Hello, America, and welcome to the #1 radio station in all of Fort Myers Beach. Beach Talk Radio. Here are your hosts, Kim and Ed Ryan.
And a good evening, everybody, and welcome to Beach Talk Radio. We're broadcasting live from Rita'S. It's a Friday happy hour, and it's so nice that we're here with you and you're here with us. And my wife will make a grand entrance as soon as she's good and damn well ready, people. We got a great show lined up for you tonight, and Gatlin is getting ready to play tonight. They're a very popular band, and they're coming up at 6:30 here at Rita'S. So if you have a chance to come on down and have a little drink and some food and enjoy some great music with the band Gatlin, I think there's some relation. Like there's some relation to the big time Gatlin person. What's the first person, the first name of the Gatlin? Like Greg Gatlin, or I can't remember the name of the Gatlin guy. Anyway, it was a big deal back in the day.
What you're talking
back
about.
in the olden days. So this is my wife, Kimberly Rose Ryan, who's decided to join the show today. You and Marie over there doing some kibitzing. What's going on over there?
Not my middle name, but that's okay.
What is it? It's Kimberly Jillian Ryan.
No,
Kimberly...
now it's Kimberly Starkweather Ryan.
I see. Oh,
Yeah.
You brought your old last name back
Yeah.
just in case I croak. It's ready to roll. You just
Then
kick
I
out
can-
the other one.
Thank you.
So a couple of quick things before we get to our guests. The book idea has really taken off. Like, you guys have been great sending in pictures about the before and after and the memories of your homes and the memories. Like yesterday was a bombardment of memories from the outrigger. And pictures from the outrigger and pictures of people sitting at, I don't want to give the whole book away, but well, I guess you'll have to buy the book.
What is
to
there,
see the
some sort
pictures
of
and-
plot in the
Yeah.
book you don't want to give away?
John Lalo came up with a great idea today that I'm definitely not going to share, but really it's going to take the book to the next level. So, but what I was saying is the pictures of the people sitting at the pool, like innocently sitting at the pool and enjoying a weekend at the outrigger. And then, you know, how many times I've gone by, I'm going by again tomorrow with the video. You see that pool and it's like, oh my gosh, but I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. But thank you for sending in all your pictures and your memories. And I think it'll be kind of cool to put that, in some kind of historical record and just keep them coming.
Poster here tonight
I know.
at Rita'S. That
Jason
I love
had just
that.
sent to put a poster up with pictures of the old Rita'S
Before
on
and after.
on-
It's really something.
Times
and they're getting
Square.
their picture right now.
Yep,
Yeah.
they're, pictures of Times Square. And well, you took a picture of it, so I'll post it
I
on the
did.
Facebook
I
page.
did.
And they've got the hurricane in the middle of the picture
Yeah.
and old and new shots of just Times Square, nothing of the new place here, which is kind of neat. It gives everybody that comes to the new Rita'S a understanding of the history of where the whole thing
Oh, where
started.
these guys came from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you all for helping out with the book. Now, I've been working on an idea.
Is there any like content in the book, or is it just pictures?
It's going to be on the left side of the page is going to be the pictures of before and after, and on the right side of the page where it'll be the memory from the folks that live in that house or lived in that house. So it'll be.
That's a great idea.
Thank you. It'll
That
be
is a great
the description of the house and how long they lived there, and then the memories that they had.
And
of the
are you
house.
including businesses?
Yes, that's why the outrigger thing, the damn outrigger, could have been a book on its own. So thank you all for
That
sending
great
in those.
tiki. Oh, that's
Yeah.
such a great tiki place there.
And they just keep sending them in, and we'll figure it out from there. But I appreciate you guys participating in that. And the second thing that I wanted to mention was that I'm working on an idea for April the 29th, and it just started yesterday. Like it just started percolating yesterday. Somewhere on the beach, and it's going to be like a little fundraiser thing with music, but I don't want to let the cat out of the bag yet. Just a little teaser there. So save the date, April 29th. If you're going to be in town, it's going to be a fun time. So stay tuned for that. Just
I
waiting.
know nothing about it.
Nothing. I didn't even tell you.
Grab your shirt. This thing is way too
I told
big.
you. I told you.
Yeah.
It's too small for me, but too big for you. Yeah. And it's a medium. So just taking pictures, so we have to smile because we might be on a poster.
And we
Thank you.
got to be on that poster. That was so sweet.
So let me tell you a little quick story. And hopefully I'll be able to announce.
Fiction, nonfiction story?
Hopefully I'll be able to announce all the details of the 29th on the Monday night show with the mayor. So I'm just waiting to hear back from one more person. The school bus on the beach is late all the time. Like, I know there are issues all over Lee County with bus drivers and kids being picked up late. And the whole thing. No.
Nope. Hold on. You don't know. You don't know what happened today. I
thought you were going to get up and walk.
Nope. I just have to say, and this is not to our folks, but I just want to say, if you're out on the roads, whether you're in Indiana, Wisconsin, or whatever, please remember to just slow down, wait your turn. There was a Waste Pro, there was a garbage truck ahead of me. And there was in 2 days this happened. There was a garbage truck ahead of me, 18-wheeler ahead of them.
Mm-hmm.
People were passing on a double line on a curve and running the other people off the road. And that was the other day. I was so upset. It was some water filtration company. If I could remember their name, I would put them out. I would call them. Their logo was like a human body with water running through it. It was very unsafe. And then today, there was another truck, another Waste Pro truck, garbage truck, and somebody couldn't wait 2 seconds, passed again on a double line, and a school bus came the other way.
Yikes.
And the school bus had to stop and almost go off the road.
Well, good for that guy.
You getting wherever you need to go does not usurp everybody else's safety. You need to wait. Okay,
Wow.
So go ahead.
Wow, soapbox for you. I like it. If I had some kind of thingamajig with applause, I'd certainly hit the button.
Thing.
Wait, I do.
I'm
big round of applause for Kimberly.
No, I'm always late, but I have learned.
Oh, let's talk about how late you were yesterday. Let me tell you the story.
Yeah.
I'll get to the school bus story later, but let me tell you what happened yesterday. So I only do one thing when I leave the house. I go to the gym. I drive to the gym, I go to the gym, and I drive back to the house. So she gets up late at 6:45.
You need to go more.
I know, I do. She gets up at 6:45 and starts yelling at me. Why didn't you get me up? Why didn't you wake me up? I was like, well, you were walking around in the backyard turning the hose on to fill the pool at midnight the night before. So I figured I'll let you sleep a little longer. I had no idea why you're doing that. So you get up late the next morning. Of course, you get a call from your job that says you got a meeting or something. You're frantically running around. So you run out of the house. And of course, you take my keys with you. And now I'm already sedentary the most of the day. The 1 hour.
I had both sets of keys.
The 1 hour that I want to go to the gym, I can't because I have no keys. Now, of course, locked inside the vehicle are all the yellow shirts that people want to buy. So somebody's sending me an email and a text. Do you have these shirts, Ed? Do you not have these shirts? Will you please tell me if you have this size? Because I'm coming down, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, I wish I could answer you, but unfortunately, my wife has my keys and my vehicle is locked. So I can't even answer that question.
And then on Thursday, I always go on a hike Thursday. Thursday is my day to take a few minutes, which ends up being an hour and 20, to go hike in the woods. And I have my phone with me, but I don't pay attention to it. I don't even think it works out there. So I was out hiking in the woods. And then when I got back to the car, it was like, uh-oh.
Yeah. Where the hell could you possibly be that you're not answering your phone? I need to get into my vehicle, and you're off gallivanting on some mountain.
Yeah, hanging out with the armadillos.
Sure.
What else did we see? Oh,
rattlesnakes,
gopher tortoise, rattlesnakes, coyotes, and pigs.
Enough about us.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about our stories. I will tell you the bus story before the end of the show today.
Yes, it is illegal.
What's illegal?
To pass on a
the
double
school
line
bus.
when they're in an S curve. It's like, unless you're needing to go to the hospital, slow down.
Yeah.
Just wait. You don't think I'm in a hurry? You don't think we all in this world want to get to where we're going? Nope. But we're do the right thing. We wait.
Did you get hair done? You get your hair done this week?
I got my hair done, but I
Fabuloso.
did not get the highlights. So next time, May 16th, I'm getting my hair done.
Oh, I asked the guy yesterday who came to the house to fix my sister's truck what he could do to fix the back thing that pulls off.
yeah,
It
what'd
could
he
open.
say?
He said just drill a couple of screws in it.
Oh,
So I'm like, all right, I'm going to drill it. Take the duct tape off and just
Yeah.
drill a couple of screws in it.
all
Enough
right.
about us, though, everybody.
I know.
We could go on and
These
on with
poor
our
guys.
dumbass stories, but we're going to talk to you
Hey,
about.
don't use that language.
Yeah, they're always on, dear. Don't worry about it. You guys are going to sit right here, and this is going to be our disregard this laptop here.
Yeah.
Um,
Stare straight
nice-
into that camera.
yeah, nice and close with the microphones, and tell everybody who you are, because I'm not going to even try and not screw up your name.
Okay. So this is Mithul Chathani here. I used to own Cold Stone at Fort Myers Beach. Now, as everyone know, we are a little bit lack of tourists for probably a year or two. So we decided to have that place converted into 239 Cafe,
Right.
which will providing smoothies, sandwiches, wraps, salads,
Mhm.
kind of little bit of healthy place. And we also serve ice cream too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What now? Why did you decide to change it from Stolcone Creamery?
We felt, so we are leasing the space, right? And it's kind of just hard to just survive on ice cream right now, because probably after 6 it's kind of
Listen,
dead,
I
right?
think I could survive on ice cream. I could eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Thank you.
Keep that close.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So I would say right now we are rebuilding there. So we have a lot of workers and stuff like that. And that's a hard labor job. So we were thinking something healthy for those guys.
Yeah.
Those are our
No,
target
I think it's a
customers.
great
Ice cream
idea
is
to have.
healthy. You have coffee ice cream. You
can't
have
work on
strawberry
that, I would
ice
say.
cream.
You can't work. You need something healthy to do a hard labor job, I would say.
Yeah. Now, where are you guys from?
We are from India.
India.
Yeah.
Originally from
Yeah.
India.
How long have you been on? I
now,
know we.
India is huge. What part of India are you from?
I'm from Gujarat, which is nearby Bombay.
Oh, okay.
And I'm from central India, Madhya Pradesh. So it's the center of India, Indore.
Well, how did you guys meet then? How do you know each other? You're not from the same area.
It's a small world,
It's a small world after all. Have you ever been on that ride?
Which one?
It's a small world.
In Disney.
Oh.
Is it Disney?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a small world after all. Yeah.
That's a cool ride. You've never been on that.
No, I haven't
Oh,
been
wow.
to Disney. I went to
So
Universal.
he's
Disney still
probably
continues.
just waiting for the kids. So
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have any kids yet. I see. Yeah. Well, you'll take them on that
Well, you
ride.
can go as an adult. It's a great place to go.
yeah.
So,
I
how,
would like to go to India, but I don't think it's probably
No.
going to happen.
Oh, sure. If you love spicy food and historic place, I think
Yeah.
the India is the way
and
to
they're
go.
loaded with nuclear bombs too, right? For some
But before
reason.
that, come to 239 Cafe. We have a spicy sandwich as well.
We'll give a little bit of flavor of
Yeah.
India. So.
Screw going to India. Just go to the 239. Well, for anybody that doesn't know, 239 Cafe, you come over the bridge,
Yeah.
and if you wanted to, you could drive right through it. And a few people have before.
When
So,
you see a lady who's waving his hands, that's us.
yeah, is that a mannequin? Somebody
Yeah.
said it asked us today that when I posted a picture of it,
Yep.
they wanted to know if it was a mannequin. Is it something that you wheel out there every day as kind of like?
Yeah, it's an everyday thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is it? It has clothes on it, right? The mannequin.
Yeah, it has a clothes. But people just come and pull up and see what's inside. I don't know what they're looking
Perverts.
for.
It's going to be like a
Spring
picture
breakers.
opportunity,
Spring
though.
breakers,
People
yeah.
should take their picture by the mannequin, and then, you're going to start a whole new social media thing.
Yeah.
So,
So-
what else do you have at the 239 Cafe? I'm living on ice cream, but, what else do you have?
Yeah. So we are basically kind of smoothie cafe. So
Uh-huh.
we don't have coffee, but we do have smoothies, sandwiches, wrap, salads, and quesadillas.
Oh, I love quesadillas.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long have you been back open now?
We open Wednesday, so today's 10th day.
Oh, this is it. Just a week
Yeah,
or so.
recently.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
And you guys have a great location there.
It is, but it's just like a little bit tough time.
Yeah.
And- but,
How long have you been So how long did you own it before this? Not own it, but how long were you leasing it before the storm?
So we opened as a cold stone back in like March 2022, right before
Wow.
COVID.
Yeah.
So we opened on like 12th March, and then like they shut down the beach and everything on
In
23rd of
2020.
March. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, 2020.
2020. Yep.
So we got through COVID, then we had like 1 good year.
Yeah.
After that, then again this one.
Yeah.
So
It's nothing like having red tide and then COVID and then a little hurricane to boost your business.
No, it was
Yeah.
not a little hurricane, I would say.
What's
that?
It was not a little hurricane.
It was catastrophic, I
Yeah.
would say.
Yeah. So why did you decide a Stone Cold Creamery? I mean, was that a franchise fee for
Yeah,
something
it's a
like
Cold
that?
Stone Creamery. We own like 6 locations.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Where else?
So we pretty much own all in like Collier and Lee County,
Mhm.
besides 2 locations.
Mhm.
So between my partner and I, pretty much own all.
Can you make
And then
money?
when you're doing is that where you put the ice cream on? Like, do you make the ice cream there, or do you bring it in?
Yeah, we do make the ice cream over there.
Are you making it right now? Oh no,
no.
someone's calling you.
Yeah. So
Is
we
that-
do
I have
make.
to go make the ice cream right
Do you need
now.
to take that call? Is it important?
That's fine. Yeah. So Cold Stone is like one of the franchisee where we make ice cream and everything on site.
Yeah.
So pretty much any Cold Stone you go, you don't see any ice cream older than 2 days.
Wow.
Like sometimes like during season time, we make ice cream in morning and people get that in like night.
It's like the
Yeah.
bagel business. You got to make it in
Yeah.
the morning and then go.
Exactly.
Now, what is your favorite ice cream?
Peanut butter cup perfection.
Oh wow! Thank you so much.
What?
And what about yours?
I like more shake, the cake butter shake at Cold Stone. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
And what
Can-
about you? What's
I
your
don't.
favorite ice cream?
I don't.
Coffee
Vanilla.
ice cream is
Vanilla.
my-
What? What?
Wow,
Can
you
you?
are so boring.
Can you make money selling ice cream?
Yeah.
Come again?
Can you make money selling ice cream?
Well, if you are in season,
Yeah.
I mean, this is one of the thing what John told me. He has, I think, big guy John Busser at the
Uh-huh.
beach.
John, who?
John, who used like who owns Siprac and everything.
Okay. John
So when I
Richard.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I got into Ireland, right, he asked me like, who do you think make most money on the beach? And I was like, Yucatan, maybe SOB, right? They are always packed, right? And he's like, no, man, you are wrong. Kilwins make most money on the island.
Oh, wow.
Kilwins. Yeah, because a cup of ice cream at Kilwins is $73.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
but they have like fudge and stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah, but I
that
mean-
would surprise me too. That would surprise me.
But
Yeah.
because I think it's like, people come in and go out. People come in.
Right.
And go out.
Did he know that for a fact that Kilwins made the most money, or?
Well, I don't know. But
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes like, trust people. And by
Yeah, I
knowing
trust John.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
he has spent good amount of time at beach, and I
Yeah.
think he was one of the, smartest men I know at the beach. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. So how?
You're not going to ask him about his hair, are you?
No.
Do you remember last time you were on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't remember asking him
Oh
about
yeah,
his
you
hair.
asked him about the gel in his hair and the whole nine.
Why
and
does she have to rewind? Like
you know
that?
why he does that?
Turned over a leaf.
Because he has no hair, so he's so jealous of men with
are you,
hair.
are you married?
No.
Good.
How
He's
old
about
are
to
you?
get-
I'm 27.
Yeah.
Wow,
27.
You guys are so young.
27.
It's good to be
Trying to
It's
remember.
good to be young.
how many
Yeah,
years ago
I
that was.
remember
Yeah.
years ago. It was good.
So
Do you remember when you were young?
27. No, I was still in college. I think trying to get a degree.
25 right now.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
105.
You guys are fantastic. Let me
Oh.
tell you.
See, you're
Go
more
ahead.
mine. I'm
Go
so
ahead.
skinny. I need a body
Let
like
me
you.
just tell you the truth, right?
She's
What
gonna
I
tell us
feel
the truth.
about you guys, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, no matter how many followers you have and other stuff, right? But what you guys did during like actual hurricane, especially at you, right? I mean, it's just out of the world.
Thank you.
And
Wow.
most of the people would agree with me. I mean, leave everything aside, but you guys did amazing
Well,
job.
thank you.
Yes,
Yeah.
leave all of his faults aside, and it was great.
Good.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. I mean, as
know
a
what she-
people wise, I
Yeah.
mean,
You know what she likes to tell me?
Uh-huh.
Just don't trip over the finish line. And
yeah,
I
you always do. You get right up to the finish
Yeah,
line, and then
I try and screw it
boom.
up. Yeah.
we're gonna get a T-shirt. We're gonna get a T-shirt.
That's a
of
good
that.
idea.
That is a good idea.
Tripping over the finish
Yeah.
line.
So, what are some things you're gonna have at the cafe? The wraps, like chicken wraps, or
yeah, I mean,
can you do a vegetarian wrap?
yeah, we have pretty good vegetarian option because
Awesome.
we are vegetarian.
Yeah.
So we have like something one of our signature is veggie light, right?
Mhm.
So it's all with it's kind of like Indian flavor with
Mhm.
American touch, but it has like if you need a little bit of extra protein, you can add like chicken and other stuff.
Right.
But I mean, there's a lot of option for.
What are the
vegetarian.
spices? What are the spices that are in that?
We have spicy chicken and
Okay.
spicy veggie.
Oh, I love
that I
spicy
would
chicken.
say.
But what spice are you using? What's
So
am I
we're-
putting you on the spot? Sorry.
No,
Okay.
no. Yeah,
Yeah.
so we have like Cajun spice, and there's another spice called tandoori spice.
Kanduri?
Tandoori?
Yeah.
Tandoori,
Have you heard
yeah.
of tandoori chicken?
Yes. Yes.
And
That's like-
When I was eating meat, yes, but
Yeah.
But
yeah,
Did you say
yeah.
duty? Something?
No,
Tandoori.
tandoori.
Oh, I was going to say
tandoori.
it's
that
like
would be a weird
I
chicken
think,
with
like,
duty in it.
whoever goes to like an Indian restaurant, they definitely try that stuff. So we're just using the same spice on our.
Nice and close. Nice and close.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Shelly, they're from 239 Cafe, and that is right over the bridge on Fort Myers Beach. When you come over the bridge, they're
That's
the first
right.
business you see. So, hopefully, you can stop down. 239 Cafe.
Remember when we were doing the show right
Yeah.
down there, and these guys were in
Working.
there working,
And they're
working,
working.
Also, we have started a Instagram page. So if you guys want, we upload our recipes,
What's
menus.
that?
It's
An
like
Instagram
239 Cafe on
Is
Instagram.
Is that a social media thing?
Yeah.
Instagram?
Ah,
So-
he's a ding. He's old. We're old.
We're old. We're on
Yeah,
Facebook.
it's like
Yeah.
we are trying
He's
to.
still on MySpace. You don't even know what that is.
No, I mean,
MySpace. Holy moly.
but I mean,
I have an AOL account too.
yeah, not to point finger anyone, right? But I mean, during that
Point
time,
fingers. Yeah, go ahead.
Now, do you guys have
Wait,
power?
let
You
him
guys
finish.
have
He was
power,
going to
right?
say
yeah,
something
we
good.
do. Yeah.
Just hit
So
me.
I mean, during hurricane, right? Everyone would need some communication, right? I mean, because everyone has their house, businesses, right? I mean, for me personally, it was like more than $500,000 at stake, right?
Wow.
Right.
And only thing we were getting like inform about beach was Beach Talk Radio.
Ah,
Thank you.
we did not pay him for that.
No, we appreciate that.
No,
but there's a shitload of free
Yeah,
advertising
no, I
coming your
I'm
way
like,
real soon.
let's say very outspoken person. If something is wrong, I would tell it,
Mm-hmm.
but if I like something, I would
Yeah.
tell it too, So,
Well, we appreciate
now
that.
what are your hours?
so right now we open at 11
Okay.
up to 6 p.m. Yeah, but I mean, we probably go early and close little later. But
Yeah.
right now, I mean,
Yeah.
6, 7.
Is it mostly lunch or is it breakfast, lunch? What?
Probably I would say lunch
Yeah.
Mostly
right now.
lunch.
Are you there's a little bit of a spring break crowd, there's a little bit of a season crowd. Are they coming by to see
Yeah.
you? Okay,
Yeah.
We
good.
have like a lot of people coming in, and to be honest, like people are coming back to us. They like the
Good.
recipes and the sandwiches.
Yeah,
a
I
lot.
think that's a good idea. They
Yeah.
need it down there. They need more food
Yeah,
options. There's
and
only a
I've
few.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard comments from people like after 6, if they're staying there for spring break, they don't find food anywhere on the
Right,
island.
right.
So they just come to us and
Yeah.
just get it wrapped like for the morning or whatever it is. So it is like people are coming, I would say.
Cool. So you know what we should do? Like hire 10 people to stand in line and make the line like out the door, around the side. Holy crap! What's going on there? They
Well,
must
I'm
have-
going to get a vegetarian. I'm going to get
Yeah.
one of
that's
their
By the way,
vegetarian options.
What? Now you're a vegetarian. What are you doing for protein? If you want to put some muscle on, you got to have protein. So what do you get?
You got beans,
Yep.
Oh,
She knows we have-
I know
Yeah.
she eats a lot of beans. Believe
We
me,
have
I can
tofu.
tell you
Yeah,
for a
we are
fact.
beans
Tofu.
people. Let's
Yep.
put that way. Yeah.
What's that?
Beans,
Tofu.
We are beans people.
Beans people.
beans.
Yeah.
What does beans people mean? What do you
I
mean?
mean,
Yeah, we're
we
people
get
that
all
eat
the
beans.
protein from beans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 I mean, how many different beans can you eat before it drives
Oh
Oh
you
my God,
insane?
there's a million different
Oh
kinds
yeah, I
of
have
beans.
Indian grocery store right on 41 next to that Addison Mall.
Oh.
if you just want to stop by, you will see like the variety of the beans.
Nothing but beans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I love
That's a good name for a store. Nothing but beans.
I
Yeah.
love refried black beans. Those are my favorite.
that
Yeah.
that we like too.
Yeah.
And I mean, our veggie, most of our veggie option do consist refried black beans.
Yeah. So what's your hottest item right now? What are you selling the most of?
Sorry.
What are you selling the most? What's your big
What's
item?
Right
most-
now, I would say we are smoothies are the most
Smoothies?
Yeah, because
And
it's
what
like
what
hot.
kind of smoothies?
It's
Like
hot,
what's
yeah.
in them?
We have a big menu, more than like 30 smoothies, I guess.
Yeah, we
Wow.
have
Wow.
like 36 smoothies.
Are you
And-
putting some of that old Stone Cold
there-
Creamery ice
is
cream
there-
in the smoothies?
No, I
Not
mean it's
that.
all our own recipes and
Oh.
everything. I mean,
Like with fruit or
yeah. I mean, I've been in food business for over 10 years, so
there's no squid or anything
no,
like that.
no. I mean, all natural. I mean, it's like open kitchen area, so you can see what goes inside and
nice.
what doesn't.
Can
go
you get
inside.
spinach in them?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you guys were blocked by the building. Something blocked that building and kept that side of that whole building. Oh,
Safe. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are up, and that used to be a T-shirt shop next to you, I think. is
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
and then the other T-shirt shop, and then the pizza place is open again. It's amazing how everything on the other side got slammed and destroyed, and that part of the building stayed. It must have been that all the debris just slammed up against that building and protected you guys from knocking it down.
Yeah. I mean, for us, I mean, the biggest loss was like the equipment.
Yeah.
Inside, we didn't lose much. I mean, we did lost, but not crazy, right?
Right.
I mean, construction wise, because we were new construction under new code and everything, right? And our inside unit, we don't have just kind of like drywall, right?
Mhm.
Everything is hardy board
Right.
and Durock, right?
Yeah.
So which typically doesn't get mold. And I mean, we just have tile and everything.
Yeah, you guys were in there working right away. I remember he had the trucks
Yep.
there and the whole thing, and
Yep.
so how much seating do you have inside? I know you have some seating outside. You have
Yeah, we
seating
don't
inside?
have any inside.
Okay,
we
just-
just have like 750 square feet space. So
Cool. Anything else you want the people to know about coming down and seeing you and spending some money and
At 239 Cafe.
239 Cafe right over the bridge on Fort Myers Beach. This is the first restaurant you're going to see.
yeah.
Yeah.
So when are you guys coming?
Well, we'll be there on the weekend.
Yeah,
We're always there on the
we will
weekend.
be
So
on
I
the
think on the
weekend.
way out we'll
And I
grab
want
some
the
food.
veggie thing. Yeah.
Because you open at 11. Our show tomorrow is at 11. So when we're leaving, we'll come and
Yeah,
grab
yeah.
some wraps and head home.
So
Yeah,
I think
sure.
what we can do is, I mean, we are planning to do like soft opening on
Okay.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
And we are planning to give like 200 free smoothies to
Wow.
our first 200.
Tell us all
Wow.
about it.
On
We'll-
Wednesday?
Yeah,
We'll
Wednesday.
push
Well,
it
you
out
can
hard.
go.
We'll push it out hard and promote it and see if I can come down and do some video. That'd be awesome.
Yep,
239
Give
Cafe.
him like a muscle
Where-
video
what's
because he needs some help with
What's
that.
the 239? Where'd you get that from? I'm not.
It's just our local code.
It's the area code,
It's
you
like we
idiot.
are local, right? So our slogan is like eat local, drink local, feel local.
I hear what you're saying. Well, thank you guys so much.
And-
Go ahead.
Yeah. One more thing.
Yes.
What we decided with like appreciation of you guys. So whoever orders in month of April, and if they use like a code Beach Talk Radio, then we just gonna give them 25% off.
Wait, well, you better email that to me so I
I'll do
will
that.
forget. You email that to me and I
I'll
will
do
put that out there. That's great. And we appreciate that. We
Yeah.
appreciate what you said about us.
Yeah.
And thank you. Once again, your microphone is breaking up.
I know.
It's like we're at home and something's
Yeah.
going on. But thank you. We'll
I mean,
Well-
again, as I said, like it's just coming from bottom of my heart. No mixing, nothing. You guys did
Thank you.
amazing job.
thank you very
Yeah.
much. That means a lot to us. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thanks
Thank
a
you
lot.
for coming
Keep
on.
doing what you
Email
guys
me
are
the
doing.
25%. I'll put it up on the Facebook and we'll see you.
Thanks a
We'll see you
lot.
on
Thank you.
Wednesday. So
That's a
you.
significant amount.
thank you.
Whoa.
Thank you. 239 Cafe, everybody. Please
Thank
stop
you.
by and spend some money with them. I don't know what it is, if she's spitting into the microphone or what she's doing there. Greg from the Whale is going to join us in a few minutes, but I need to tell you about our newest sponsor right now. Our newest sponsor is Valerie's Lounge and Liquors. Brand new sponsor. Cheers isn't the only bar where everyone knows your name. Valerie's Lounge and Liquors. They've been bringing fun and festivity to Fort Myers Beach since 2002. You may have seen the Facebook post I put out there today with their awesome logo on it. And they're open for business, everybody. It's the go-to hangout spot for locals. They're located in the Indian Creek Plaza on San Carlos Boulevard. You know, it's always nice when you walk into a place and everybody knows who you are, and it's a family atmosphere. And that's what Valerie's is all about. Every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, you can join them for Cash Bingo. They have progressive jackpots. I think that means more money, more money, more money. Isn't that what progressive jackpots means? Queen of Hearts game on Wednesday benefiting a local charity. They have karaoke, or is it karaoke? I always get those two mixed up. They have dart and pool tournaments. And they have a fully stocked liquor store with lottery and scratch-off tickets. On your way to the beach, stop by Valerie's Lounge and Liquors. And thank you to Valerie's for becoming our latest sponsor. We are 100% sold out on the newsletter, on the website, and on all three shows. Thank you all for that. It's freaking crazy incredible. It means so much to us. The sponsorships and the coffees. Speaking of sponsorships, if you got gunk, if you got junk, if you got crap sitting around, it's Remove It Pros time. They started their business living on Cottage Street on the beach. They've been in business since 2014. They've done over 10,000 interior demolitions since they incorporated under Remove It Pros. 785-star Google reviews. That's 780 more than us. That's freaking cool. 785-star Google reviews. Wait, we just got one before from our friends at 239 Cafe. In April, which is tomorrow, April 1st. Don't play any jokes on anyone. April 1st, starting tomorrow, mention Beach Talk Radio at 239 Cafe, and you're going to get 25% off your schmovie. Back to Remove It Pros. They remove over 1 million square feet of tile each year. Get that shitty tile out of your house, people. They remove buildings and debris. Over 1,500 hands-on demolitions per year before Ian hit. Remove It Pros. Give David and Logan a call. 333-7678. 333-7678. Once again, thank you all for helping us sell out our advertising on the newsletter, which came out today. Today was a very interesting newsletter with everything going on with the town manager. And the town council's meeting on Monday is going to be huge. It's going to be one of the biggest decisions they have to make if they do make it on Monday. So you're going to have to stay tuned for that. We're going to carry that meeting live on Monday at 9 o'clock. And then they're having a meeting at 1 o'clock. They might have a town manager by the end of the day. We'll see. All right. Our next guest is Greg from The Whale. Come on down, Greg. What number you got there? What number you got there? 4? 3. Let's see.
Number 3.
Oh, yeah.
How's that?
Loud and clear. What number you got there? 2 or 4? Yeah, you need 4. I don't know what's going on with.
Getting a history lesson from these guys.
Yeah, they were very nice.
They're so sweet.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me back.
Thank you for coming on, Greg.
Absolutely.
Greg Von
Oh, man. Crumrig.
Crumrig.
That's the easy way to say it.
And Greg, you were the manager of the Whale.
Yes, sir.
For how long?
Well, 3.5 months before the storm is what
3.5 months.
I
Yeah,
remember
3.5
going to
months.
the opening, like the soft opening
yeah.
or whatever. With the food was amazing. The drinks were great. It was so much fun. And then,
Ba-boom.
Yeah.
boom.
When you first strolled up to the building after the storm, what were you thinking? I mean, I know I ask everybody that question because maybe I'm just morbid or feel like I'm prying or something. But, you know, I for some reason, I asked that question of everybody. Like we had the folks on from Shuckers and, you know, their building was destroyed and the whole thing. And they had been working there for a long time. And like Roxanne and who's the manager that we're friends with? Brian. Yeah. And it's just like you almost feel like part of your life is just wiped away in 24 hours.
Absolutely. I mean, I pretty much lived there for 3.5 months, you know, after we took over and, you know, we were getting really close to where we were kind of wanting it to be. And then the storm happened. And so obviously total devastation,
Yeah.
of course. But to be 100% honest, I was actually slightly surprised it held up as well as it did,
Yeah.
even though the whole top floor was completely collapsed. And
It was an old building.
it was a very, very old building, and it had some structural complications that we were going to
And
have
you
to
guys
deal
were
with.
planning on making some
We
changes.
absolutely were.
Yeah.
And like I said, it had some structural complications that we were going to have to.
Yeah. You had
know,
grand
I
plans. You had
guess-
big
we
plans.
had big plans. We had
I
big
guess
plans.
that at least you hadn't already made the changes.
Oh, my
Absolutely,
gosh.
absolutely. And I guess in some way, silver lining, at least now we're going to be able to kind of make it what we wanted to make it.
Yeah.
So
So,
What is the plan going forward, structurally, or how's it going to look aesthetically?
yeah, I mean, we definitely have what we would like to do. And you guys have probably heard this a number of times. It really comes down to what we're allowed to do.
Gotcha.
What the new any kind of new restrictions are going to be. Where we're going to be able to have are we going to be able to build on the ground level but make it hurricane proof? Are we going to have to raise it? Some of these questions still quite, to my understanding, haven't really been answered yet.
Yeah,
so we
because
don't
you're
really
not
know.
like on the beach. You're like
Yeah,
one
exactly. We're-
street
yep,
removed,
We're
so
exactly.
to speak.
We're,
Yeah,
we're
yeah, yeah.
on the bay side, technically, of Estero Boulevard. So it's going to be very fascinating to see exactly what, the town, what decisions they make for
Yeah.
for anything
and
commercial. So-
clearly you're still going to be part of it.
oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And the owners are anxious to get going and anxious to get building.
They
And,
are. They are.
I asked Dan this the other day, the mayor and as many people, Joe Orlandini, who is going to be the first building, like new construction? Like there's obviously the Pink Shell and Diamond Head and all these other places are repairing,
Sure.
but who's going to be the first
New build.
on
From the old.
on the
Yeah.
on the commercial side?
I'd love to say us.
Everybody thinks it's going to be you.
I would love to say
Everybody
us.
thinks it's going to be you.
I mean, maybe we have a little bit with
Thank
our
you,
foot in the
guys.
door in the sense of we had some things lined up before because we were going to do a lot of repairs in the building, things like that. So we had some contracts lined up, et cetera, et cetera. But it's hard to say.
Why
It's hard to say,
why hasn't there been why hasn't it started yet? Is it you waiting on permits?
Going into the tough questions. No,
Ah.
it's from my understanding of it, it's just kind of we're trying to see what the town is, what the restrictions are
I
going
see.
to be.
You don't know how high
going
you have to
forward.
go. You don't know what.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Everybody's
like I
trying to
we
figure
have,
that out.
We have some conceptual drawings of what we want the building to be, and I think you guys have seen
Yeah,
that and shown
yeah.
that.
Mhm.
3 floors. We want an open air sky bar. The ground floor will likely be open air as well. It'll
Right.
be 100% hurricane proofed. That's what we would like to have happen. I just, again, from my understanding, it's just really waiting on if the town is if that falls into their
So-
comp plan going
So
forward.
is that keeping you busy now, or are you doing
absolutely.
something in the
Yeah, I see.
interim?
Well, we are
Okay.
doing some in the interim, and actually, we're hoping to open up
Wait,
this
wait,
coming
wait,
week.
wait. Don't jump ahead yet.
I didn't
So-
even know I was
so
jumping
you
ahead. I'm
guys
just
are-
asking a question.
You guys are kind of sort of on a corner lot, if I remember correctly. I mean, when you go
Absolutely.
down to Sarah
Brother.
Boulevard, it's hard to remember where things were because so many things are gone. The 7-Eleven is gone. That was right
Stop
there.
slapping
And
in
so
my
you guys are on a
face.
corner lot.
Yeah.
If you get approved what you want, is it going to be a square that faces the beach? Is it going to be a square that faces Margaritaville? I mean, how
You're
can you?
kind of on a
A
triangle.
little
Yeah.
bit, yeah, a little bit, kind of towards Margaritaville's pool, a little bit. If you can think of that. So,
Mhm.
Depending on exactly what happens with places that are directly across the street from us, we really don't know. But we do know that Margaritaville's pool and the parking lot there
Will
aren't
be where it's
probably
gonna
going to be
right,
anything
right,
else for a
right,
very
right.
long time.
Sure, sure.
So it kind of makes sense to have your primary view facing those directions because you'll be able to see everything from there.
Yeah, yeah.
Because again, we don't really know what's going to happen right across the street from
Right.
us. And
Well,
and
what's right across the street now? An empty.
the old Beacon Hotel.
I don't even know what
Yeah, it was. I think they had like 8 rooms there or 10
Hmm.
rooms. It
the
was
Beacon Hotel
it
was.
was
It
little-
something
Was
little
else?
it on the
cottages.
water?
It was right on the water. Yeah, it was
Oh.
basically in between the cottage and the parking lot that's there
Oh,
now
I
that
see.
Margaritaville
I
gives to
see.
the town. So that was where the Beacon was, and I think it was like 8 cottages.
Oh, I
or 10
remember
I mean,
now.
it was
I
not
remember
nothing.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't super memorable.
So now you got fencing around the property,
Yep.
and what are you working on?
Well, so we're basically gonna we partnered up with Marshall Barnhart from Dudley's Barbecue. He'll actually be at Moss Marine all day tomorrow. Shameless plug.
No,
He's a
nothing
great
shameless
guy.
here.
He's a great guy. We like him a lot. He does a really good job with his barbecue, and he's going to be on property most of the time for us. I think he's got a few dates that conflict a little bit, and we've got a couple other food trucks that we're going to do while he can't make it. But other than that, we'll have a little merchandise tent, a little mobile bar. We'll actually have real restrooms. So we'll have a real restroom trailer that'll be able to be flushed and will be very clean.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
because
At Moss Marine or at your
this
place?
is going to be on the Wales property.
Oh, okay.
On the Wales
yeah.
property.
So what's the thinking behind doing this? Just to keep the name out there and
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
merchandise
You know,
selling and maybe
Mike
show the drawings as a
absolutely.
advance?
Mike Dawn and I, the whale had such a special place in people's hearts.
Yeah.
For everyone has a whale story.
Yep.
Everyone has that one night at the whale. Everyone does, right? And we just want to keep that alive. We want everyone to have fun out there and just come by. Like I said, have a good time. We'll have some parking lot games out there and all that different stuff.
What are
some
parking lot games?
Like cornhole, life-size Jenga,
Yeah.
big Jenga, things like that.
Yeah.
We'll have a couple different games out there that people can just, have a drink, have some
Limbo.
fun, and
Limbo.
absolutely, hey, maybe some limbo. Yeah, absolutely.
Volleyball.
But it's
No.
all about the spirit. The whale was all about just having a really good time.
Sure.
While
Remember
you're
that
having some
lawn
cocktails, enjoying
darts
the beach.
game where you would throw that? Do you know what that is?
Lawn
the lawn,
darts?
yeah, but
Maybe
there was
some bocce.
darts.
Get a little bocce
Yeah,
game
well,
going there.
Yeah.
Right on the
If
outside,
I
do a
could,
little
we
bocce
have
game.
where the building used to be. It's basically a giant sand pit. But
Yeah.
it's,
Maybe you could have wrestling,
well,
like a Steve. What was that name of that show that we watched?
I don't have
The
no-
Stone Cold Steve Austin, where they get in the ring and knock each other out.
You're getting a little
I
crazy.
think
I
you
was
should
going
do
straight
that.
to Jello wrestling or something like that.
Oh, no.
I guess we were going two different directions of that.
Yeah.
But the problem is we've sifted that a couple times, and there's still a lot of debris in there. So we'll see if we
No
able
kidding.
to. Yeah, we're still. It's small shards of glass, small screws,
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah.
So probably won't have
Well, he
anybody
can
rolling
go
around
first,
in it.
then.
Hopefully not, at least.
Is that your wife there?
That is my lovely wife,
She's-
Alexandra. Yeah.
She's sneaking in some French fries there. So how are the French fries? So when we first came down, right a couple days after, that spot right there was, it was so littered with houses and roofs and
There was a
that,
toilet sitting there. There
the-
was bottles
but the thing
everywhere.
that I remember the most is there were unbroken
Open. Yeah,
liquor
yeah, yeah.
bottles
Yep.
A lot.
everywhere.
Mhm.
Like
Yep.
who knows where they came from?
We actually kind of figured out that everything kind of dominoed. So all of our liquor was about 3 properties or 4 properties down, or even a little further. And then the cottages liquor was in our property, and then the next property. So it all just was basically a big domino effect down the island. But there was a unbelievable amount of liquor that was sporadically dispersed.
And the fact that it was
I know,
how is it
everything
not
else
just
is broke.
broken?
Well, I tell you, our container that we have on the property, I would say only 25% of the liquor that was in there actually was affected. The rest of
Wow.
it we salvaged.
Wow.
It's in great shape. Well, we almost had almost no water actually get into that container. It floated around like a bobber.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when are you going to be open with all this stuff?
Oh wait, let me ask. Did you have any cameras inside? Did you have any footage? of-
We did have cameras in, and we were actually Mike and I were watching them. I stayed at Mike's house during the storm, which he lives down behind Charlie's boathouse.
Right.
But we were watching them. If I can think of the time right, I want to say till about 2 or 3 p.m. that day, which was pretty late into
Yeah.
it. We couldn't believe that they were still functioning at the time. But I don't have anything great. It's basically just a lot of.
But when you
window
guys are
rain.
watching it on the video, you're thinking this thing's going down.
Well,
what were you saying to each
it
other?
really wasn't until later. It was like that time we're kind of like, all right, we're holding up. It really wasn't until the water kind of maxed out, and then the wind really picked up when everything slowed down, and it was just.
because you were down there on the beach.
We watched.
So you were like,
we watched 14
this
feet of
is
water
not
come
good.
into Mike's
right,
house.
right,
Wow.
right,
Oh, yeah.
right.
So
we
they
watched
got-
this theirs disappear as
Right.
we were like,
Yeah, they got the double whammy. They got the business and the house.
Yep.
So and every time you see the two of them, always got smiles on their
yeah,
face.
Now,
they're some of the best
Do
people
you
in the world.
guys live on the beach, or
We
you
do. We do. My wife and I live on Andremar. We were,
Wow.
our house is definitely not quite like Mike's. We were very, very close to staying in our home. Our primary residence is on the second floor. It would have been a lot scarier, but our primary residence actually made it okay. And we were about 6 inches from water getting into our house upstairs. So our downstairs destroyed, but we were extremely, extremely fortunate. I'm very blessed to say, but it
Good
would have
Lord.
been. My wife probably wouldn't be sitting here right now if I would have made her stay there, because we had half of a home in our front yard.
Sure.
We would have watched
Too
all
scary.
of that happen.
Yeah, no
so
way.
it would have been.
Where did you go?
to
They
Mike's
were
house.
at Mike's house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's about 2 miles south of
Yep.
us on the
Yeah.
island. So
So
And are they right on the bay? Not to give away there, but they're
Yeah.
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 when do you plan on opening this fenced in area?
So we're just waiting on. Right now, we're just basically waiting on a fire inspection.
Okay.
So it really should be. It should be next week at the latest.
Cool.
We might even be open up early next week just for kind of a trial run. So if you see anybody walking around looking like they're pouring drinks, please stop by. But we probably won't announce any kind of grand opening type event until we make sure everything's running smoothly.
So are you going to keep the fence up and have people enter through the fence, or how?
Yeah, it'll be. I mean, we're going to open all that fence is. It'll be much more open than it looks like now.
I see.
You know what I mean? So it'll be clear entranceways.
And so you'll have food, and you'll have you're able to use your liquor license from the Whale in an area like that. So that's good.
It's pretty exciting stuff. And like I said, it's just really about keeping the spirit of the Whale alive, and having another place for people to come hang. We really want to do music. We do have. You
got neighbors.
Neighbors, but there's something that's tied to the building from about 10 years ago that it has issues with amplified music. So we're working on getting that amended. That's going to be a little bit of a process, but we'll definitely at least have somebody out there playing guitar.
Because you were so close to a neighborhood, right? Or something else.
Yeah, I don't know how much I kind of got to plead the fifth here. I don't know how much I can talk about exactly.
No worries.
Like I said, this is from about 10 years ago, and it was just some issues the town had with what was going on there at the Whale at the time.
I see.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you guys remember. I don't know if you guys went to the Whale 10 years ago, 10, 12 years ago. It was something else. I mean, it was Oh, yeah. I mean, there was anyway.
So the last time we were.
Let me just ask, were you able to salvage some memorabilia?
Yeah.
Okay.
We do. We actually, one of the sperm whales that were on the outside of the building up top, we salvaged one of those. It actually somehow ended up in the Lonnie Kai's parking lot, and one of their employees was very nice enough to
I mean,
to get
stuff
that back
just
to us.
went everywhere.
We've got a
it's
pretty
like
good amount.
shake it up and just throw it everywhere.
We've got a pretty good amount of things that we salvaged from the storm that we will have a Hurricane Ian dedication.
Everybody's been great about finding stuff and returning or wanting to find who
the community has
belongs
been
to.
absolutely amazing, you know, and that's one of the biggest reasons Mike and Dawn especially wanted to rebuild the Whale, because they're like, this community is just they're unreal. When you guys had your event a couple weeks ago down in the town square, the amount of people that would just come up to you and just say, hey, can I help you with anything? Can I do this? Is, I don't know, it's community like no other. You know, we just can't wait to provide another awesome place for them to go hang out and have fun.
By the way, speaking of that event that we had in Times Square, we're working on another one for the 29th. So I'll be.
When is it?
April 29th. I'm waiting for one more phone call to say it's a go. Perfect. So I will be in touch with you guys again.
We'll be there, absolutely.
And it's going to be a really cool thing. So the last time we were at the Whale, we did a interview with, Tom Torgerson was kind of giving an overview of Margaritaville. I mean, that was months and months. It was early on.
Oh, at the Whale?
Yeah, and we had a huge crowd on the third floor. But it was like a wind tunnel.
Windy.
There was
it was a
windy day.
Though.
But I'm sure you guys are keeping that in mind. Like
for sure.
that bugged you at the time. Like, we have to figure out how to fix this because it's a perfect spot to people watch on Estero Boulevard or on the beach. But the wind that day was brutal. Yeah. So I mean, I guess it gives you a clean slate to figure out how to work that in.
And that's why I said our second floor, which would basically be the same what you're talking about now.
I see.
Our second floor would be if we can do it exactly how we want it, will be 100% climate controlled. So that would mean we'll have heaters in the summertime or in the wintertime for whenever it gets. The 3 days a year it gets cold. We'll have obviously air conditioning in the summer. We'll be able to completely close everything from wind, from rain, thunderstorms, all that stuff. It'll be 100% temperature controlled, which is it's so important down here in Florida because while we do have obviously tons of good weather, when we do get extreme weather, it can get pretty extreme.
That's right.
We've experienced. So, but the upstairs
and people are on vacation every day of the year down here, so you gotta keep that, so that they are comfortable.
But we would really love to have a pretty open air concept up on the top deck, basically almost like a sky bar. And you may lose it, some of the year because of weather, but you hope that people can really, really be like, man, the place is just awesome. Yeah. On the days that you have the good weather.
I think that's what makes Nashville so awesome. Is everybody's got something on their roof and they're always up there and they're looking down at the people and I think that would be a killer thing 90% of the time because the weather is great 90% of the time.
Absolutely.
How many?
The sunsets.
Oh yeah, you're in a perfect spot for that. Yeah. How if you had your ideal, if you had a clean slate and didn't have to worry about rules, how high would you like to go?
Well,
how
they
many
have
floors?
A clean slate, but you do have to worry about rules.
I mean, That's a tough for a restaurant. It's really hard to do too many more floors than 3.
Yeah.
Because now you're talking multiple kitchens. You're
I
talking a
see.
lot of complications when it comes to just traveling, even with with people, with food, with all kinds of stuff. So it would be hard to do more than 3. So that I'd probably want to kind of cap it around that. I don't want food traveling 8 stories up into the. That's just not great for anybody. But.
I think that's why the folks at the Nervous Nellies are having such a hard time getting open, because the place is so big, and they had. When he told me he had like 8 cooks on or 10 cooks on, it's like, holy
and
Christmas,
they have an
that's a big place.
elevator to go up and the whole nine.
Well, we will too.
So.
So I will actually have 2.
I was
That's
going
what
to
we're
ask you
shooting
that.
for. We're shooting for 2. So it'll be for guests, and we will have a dumbwaiter for food as well.
Yeah.
And there's potentially there will be somewhat limited menus depending on the second floor is going to be our primary dining, so that'll be a full menu there. But the third floor may potentially have a limited menu just
like
because
appetizers.
It is a little bit,
Yeah.
If we want to kind of create a little bit more of a, like I said, an upscale Sky Bar type of experience. Now, obviously, it'll still be Fort Myers Beach.
A sit-down dinner kind of thing.
Yeah, it's not going to be like you need a suit and tie to get up there, but we want to, so we want to just kind of.
Do you need a suit and tie ever on the beach?
Not on the beach.
No.
And that's like I said. That's why we want to keep it that way.
Yeah.
But
do you know what a dumbwaiter is?
Why do you have to do that to me? Why do you have to be like that? So, in a perfect world, when are shovels going in the ground?
In a perfect world, oh man,
tomorrow.
In a perfect world, it'd be tomorrow, and we'd be open by November. But realistically, I'd say, and this is ballparking, and I'm not probably the right guy to ask for this, but 3 to 5 months, and then
that's way too long. That is not right.
Maybe after they do, about 7 to 9 before opening. That's again. My
3
ballpark,
to
so again, I'm
5
probably not
months.
the best person to ask.
Is it 3 to 5 months because you're still putting together?
Dude, you're putting him on the spot.
He doesn't have to answer. If it's 3 to 5 months, is it the town that's holding you up, or is you still in the planning stage?
That is a question I probably won't.
You can pass.
I tried to help you out.
I just think that everyone just kind of has to get on the same page with that. I think that's mostly what it comes down to. And I will say, the town's got a monumental task on their hands, because whatever decisions they make is going to shape this beach for the next 50 years.
Yeah.
So
and
I do not envy them whatsoever, because any decision they make, someone is going to be unhappy
and
about it.
they really need to take the time, and take the time and look at all the options, and because hindsight's 20/20. But when you're sitting there,
big task ahead of them.
But it would be nice if you guys were the first.
Oh, absolutely.
Every hoop should be jumped through right now on the town's part.
I would fear if you were on the town council.
Oh yeah, the whale wants to build.
Let's
get going. Let's get going. Because I don't know. I'll keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, keep your mouth shut.
If I was a betting man, who could be further along than you? I mean, who really could be further along than you?
Yeah.
You guys knocked that thing down quick. You cleaned a lot up quick. I mean, I have to think that you paid your own money to do it, because it was done, I think, almost before Ian debris cleanup was even mentioned.
Yeah, and like I said, we did kind of have a little bit of our foot in the door before the storm, because we were trying to do a lot of things in the building.
Right.
But there's just still a lot that has to be kind of worked out to see exactly what's going to go on going forward.
So give everybody the scoop again on next week. I mean, what in a perfect world next
when
week?
you're going to open, what are the hours? What do you have?
So I'm saying keep an eye on our Facebook page, because once I have more concrete information, we'll definitely be posting on there. But we were looking to do probably Thursday through Sunday. On Thursdays and Sundays, something like 4 to 8. We'll hopefully have somebody playing music. 5 to 8, something like that. And then Friday and Saturday will be a little longer, maybe 1 to 8, something like that. We're talking about maybe potentially going a little later into the evening. Probably nothing too crazy, because again, we do have neighbors.
Power.
Yeah, we do have neighbors, and it is pitch black out there. So there's some other things that we got to deal with that. But
are you going to have parking?
Probably not, unfortunately, because we don't want to use.
I mean, you didn't have. You had some.
Yeah,
we had some before.
We had 24 parking spots before.
Yeah.
But I mean, we don't want to use any of that sand area that the building used to be on, because it does have a lot of debris still in there. So that's probably going to be blocked off. And then the rest of the space we need for the food truck, our smoker, the restroom trailer, our bar, tables, chairs, games, things
so
like
it'll
that.
be full bar, beer, and then and remind us again who the food is going to be, what the food is
so
going
his
to be.
name's Marshall Barnhart. He's from Dudley's Barbecue. A lot of people would recognize him from the Santini Plaza, the farmers markets last year, Santini Plaza, and at the Baptist Church.
I went down there one time to Santini Plaza when they're having their farmers market, and the cheese guy was there, There was so many great.
Oh, it was
I don't
great.
eat meat,
Yeah, I
but
loved
so
it.
I didn't get to try that. But I'm sure it's super fantastic. Have you tried? Have
Yeah,
you
he
been,
does. He does a phenomenal job. You know, he's got some pretty unique creations, and him and I have already been kind of bouncing some things back and forth as far as some other newer things. You know, that we might
So
play
is
around
it
with. So.
like pulled pork or what?
Yeah, pulled pork. He did ribs before, brisket. We are going to do our smoked wings
What
that we used
is
to have the whale.
brisket? What is brisket? I've heard it's fantastic.
I love brisket. It's the same thing as corned beef, pastrami.
Okay.
Brisket is all the exact same cut of the animal. It's just prepared a little differently. It tends to be. It's a little bit on the fattier side, but if it's cooked properly, all that fat breaks down. It's super tender. It's juicy. You get all that smoke flavor. You have.
Now, when you're at home, do you cook?
I do a lot. Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
A lot.
What's your? What is your favorite thing?
Oh, that's tough. I like everything. You know, it's funny. I was a picky eater when I was a kid, and I think now there's literally like 2 things on the planet I won't eat, and one's maraschino cherries. I hate those things. They're like little chemical balls.
Yeah,
Anyway,
you don't like.
sorry, no
he
offense to
does
anyone that
not
likes them,
like
but-
maraschino cherries, and
I'd say probably black licorice is the other one.
I
it's
do
just,
not like
black licorice or the jelly bean
Nope.
ones too, especially.
Yep.
It's like really weird. Anyway,
I
but
do not
pretty
like
much
black
anything else,
licorice.
and I love
There's
trying
some
kind of exotic
liqueur
food, too.
that's there's some liquor that's tastes like black licorice.
Sambuca.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Funnily enough, I don't mind that one as much because the licorice only lasts for a few seconds, and then it turns into like a sweetness at the end. It's nothing I reach for, but yeah, I could drink it if you made me. but
not if it had maraschino cherries in it.
I
Nope.
just those things. Oh my god, they
Yeah,
could
they're
survive
kinda
a
gross.
nuclear
What
holocaust.
the hell are
Yeah.
you two
Seriously.
talking about?
well,
Maraschino cherries.
Footsy doesn't like.
Wow.
Yeah. We went right off the rails
So-
while you were in the bathroom.
So we all good for next week? I mean, we want to come down there and help out if
Absolutely.
we can.
Like I
if
said,
we know
keep
the
an eye on
day.
Facebook. I want to,
Okay.
I don't
Come
want to
down
promise
and help
anything
out.
because
What do you think you're gonna do?
I have. This is my job now. I don't have to worry about my
I know,
day
but
job.
what are you gonna flip?
No,
Brisket?
I want to come down and do a little
Okay.
video,
All right.
maybe do a show down there.
Absolutely,
So
yeah, absolutely. Like I said, keep it on our Facebook. I don't promise anything yet because we do have a little bit of, we have to get,
Sure.
past inspections, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, got a little bit of work to do yet, but definitely keep an eye on our Facebook. Hopefully, we'll have that.
Thanks so much, Greg, for
Yeah,
coming on,
absolutely.
and
Thank
we
you
look
so
forward to
much.
seeing you
Appreciate
next
you guys.
week. All
Sounds
right,
good.
everybody. Greg from the Whale. Thank you,
Appreciate
Greg,
it.
and we
Thanks,
love
Ed.
you
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you guys.
And say hello
Bye,
to
everybody.
our friends Mike and Dawn when you see them
Absolutely
too.
will.
So thank you
Yes.
very
I
much.
love those guys. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you
Take
so
care.
much.
I think part of the a job requirement to work at the Whale is you have to smile all the time. I mean,
you're out.
Greg and Dawn and Mike, they're always
Yep.
happy. They're just happy people. And that's nice when the tornado comes through and wrecks your
A
place.
tornado?
I mean, that looks like a tornado to me.
Kind of like a cycle. I think they call it a tropical cyclone.
So
All right. Are you going to wrap this up? Because
Yeah,
they're
we-
going to
this-
get ready to roll.
this band is popular, so
Yes, very popular.
we're going
And they're
to
very nice.
They are very
They're
nice.
very
They're
nice.
called Gatlin, and they're going to take the stage at 6:30, which gives us a half an hour to get the hell out of Dodge and get our crap out of the way. Before we do that, the insurance companies are screwing everybody on Fort Myers Beach. And if you feel like the insurance company is giving you a hard time, you need to get a public adjuster. And Mark Dorston is helping people all across Fort Myers Beach. He's helping people get more money because the insurance companies are giving you a check. You deserve more money. They just want you to go away. And when you call Mark Dorston at Dorston Claims, he's going to get you more money, but he's not going to charge you anything unless he gets you more money. He's going
Right.
to look at your case. He's going to decide, okay, you got the right amount, you got what you deserve, or you didn't, and we're going to get some more money. And so you give Mark a call right now at 239-849-2949. That's 239-849-2949. Mark is helping a lot of people on the island. You probably see his signs all over Fort Myers Beach, and we appreciate him being a sponsor. I'm going to save the bus story till tomorrow when we have more
What
time.
bus story?
The school bus story, the Fort Myers Beach school bus
yeah,
story.
yeah,
I'm going to
yeah.
save it till tomorrow because I don't want to
I
rush
thought
through
it was like a Greyhound bus
No.
story. I'm sorry.
No, it's a.
Is Greyhound? They're still going, right?
I don't know.
Have
Is
you ever
Amtrak?
taken a Greyhound bus
No.
on a long trip?
No,
Oof.
no. I only take limos and private jets. I don't get on a Greyhound bus or
Yeah,
Amtrak
right.
train or anything like that. No, tomorrow is going to be a cool show because we have attorney Lauren Hussey on. No other guests tomorrow. If you have insurance questions, if you have hurricane questions, I mean, it's not often that you were able to get free advice from an attorney. And a lot of people need an attorney right now. So,
Well, you can get a free consultation a lot of times, but then that's it.
I have a list of questions that she gave me that she's getting from people who need help. And we're going to ask her those questions, and we're going to take questions from you in the audience. We also have 3 books to give away tomorrow, the Hurricane books. And we're going to give away 2 books to the virtual audience and 1 book to the live audience at Wahoo Willie's. Wahoo Willie's opens up at 10:30 for our crowd. So you can come down early and you get served
stay
first.
late.
And you can stay or sit right in front of the show. We have the speaker set up and everything. And we hope to see you there tomorrow at 11 o'clock with attorney Lauren Hussey. Monday night, I'm hoping to make the announcement about April the 29th. So stay tuned for that. What?
I'm just reading the comments.
Yeah. Thank you all for tuning in. We appreciate everything. We appreciate the coffees today. A lot of good feedback on the town manager stories that Kim wrote in the newsletter. Wait, did
Yeah,
you write
it was
anything in
a
the
great
newsletter?
one.
Yeah, you didn't
Yeah.
write it, Dan. What was the last newsletter you wrote?
This is your job now.
I see. Well, you used to write water things and things about green iguanas. and
They're all talking about Sambuca now.
Sambuca. What the hell's going on out there?
Ugh.
Thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow at 11 on Wahoo Willie's. Bye-bye.